Start her up.
Hey everybody!
How's it going, everybody? Welcome to another GFW Trains live stream where we talk about everything.
But not trains. We don't talk about trains.
What?
Trains are weird.
What? Who is this guy? Who is this guy? Well, I'll say it. Welcome to GFW Trains where we talk about everything, but
Mostly trains.
yeah. Well, it's good to be back. Happy 4th of July, everybody. Hope everyone had a great weekend.
Yeah, this weekend was a lot of fun.
Yeah, we did have a lot of fun, didn't we?
Yeah.
Cool.
I think my favorite part of the weekend is Tank Wars.
Tank Wars. We have to tell everybody what Tank Wars is, but not right now, because we're going to talk a little bit about trains.
Yeah.
We'll get back to that. That's the
everything part.
everything part, but the mostly trains part. We got lots of stuff coming up here. Got some neat stuff going on. We one of the big things that happened this weekend was you and I were on a podcast, right?
Yeah. We were on Sam's O'Gage Trains and RJ's Trains podcast. It's called Model Train Talk, and yeah, it's a pretty neat podcast. We talked about just like how trains, how we got into it, what kept us motivated to stay in the hobby, and all that stuff, and it was really fun.
Yeah, it was. It was really neat. Those guys are some amazing young men. We got a lot of really cool young next gen guys that are around here. And they have a mission where they just want to further the hobby, right, George?
Yes, correct. And their dream is to create a podcast with a lot of people on it, like a lot of, I guess, like hobbyists or all from like all ages. And they've had some quite a good group of guys on there so far. I mean, they had Corey from Mars Trains. They've had Stephen Cofferl on there.
Yeah.
They've had some pretty, a lot of neat stuff, and yeah, they are really motivated.
Right, it's neat. It's neat. There are a lot of really motivated guys that we've got here. A lot of next gen guys. It's good to see them, and good to see them jazzed about the hobby. So that was real cool. When we hung out today, this morning, for another premiere of a video that was really cool.
Oh yeah, Cross Anchor Productions premiere. He did a premiere on hobby shop that he went to, a lot of low gauge stuff.
Oh man, well, you have to pipe up Cross Anchors and say which hobby shop that was. I forgot the name of the hobby shop. It's like Henry's Hobby Shop or something like that. But it was really, really cool.
Quite the collection there.
Yeah. It was like 45 minutes of like shopping around for trains.
I know.
And I was like, I want that one. I want that one. Ask him how much the price for that one.
It's like one of those like commercials where they have like the jewelry on it.
Yeah, the infomercial, like one of those television shows, right?
Yeah. But it's like on retail it's $100, but on our show it's $20. Order 1-800 TRAINS.
Right. That was cool. And Cross Anchors just came in and said that it's called Dale's Train Station.
Oh, nice.
So that was really neat. Stephen Cofferl also came out with a new video too on his channel.
Really?
Yep. So everybody go check out some of the new some of the new videos. If anybody else has a new video that they've posted up on their channel, yeah, just let us know so we can get that. So we can get a shout out for all of the new videos, because a lot of people are really active putting up a lot of videos. I know that Ours Trains put up a couple of videos.
Like always, he's always producing those videos.
He is. And they're all good. That's what I like. He has a passion for the hobby, passion for trains, just like a lot of these guys here. Yeah. Saw that Matthew was on here, so I'm assuming that he made it back home safe and sound.
Yes, he posted a video on his 4th of July fireworks too.
Nice. A lot of cool video posts going on. So that's really neat. That's what's happened in the past weekend. We posted a video this weekend.
Yeah.
You probably don't know about the video.
No, I've seen the video.
Oh, yeah. All of the B-roll people took over the channel.
Yeah, just for one day.
Yeah, the B-roll people. And that was kind of cool. I'd be remiss if I didn't talk about our video that we just popped out. The Santa Fe Queen and myself took a train trip downtown and went to Chicago and took in the sights of Chicago. We rode the train down there. I'm going to tell you the coolest part about it, though, George.
The hotel room.
Oh my gosh, the hotel room. We had a hotel room on the 27th floor of a high-rise that looked down on the South Shore and the IC line, and I just...
And Union Station, too, the Metro Yard as well, right?
Yep,
I
yep.
mean, not the Metro Yard, the Amtrak
Well,
Yard.
Amtrak and Metro. It's a BNSF Metro, and well, actually, yeah, the BNSF side of the Metro, the 16th Street Yard, I think is what it's called,
Yeah.
and also the Amtrak Yard. So it's pretty cool. We couldn't see that one from our room though. We just saw the one side from our room, but from our the floor we were at, they had at the end of the hallway a window. that
Oh,
would look
really?
over.
Yeah, you sent me some pictures of like cars that they had back then. They were looking pretty cool actually. They had one like a chassis paint scheme, like a yellow observation car.
Oh right.
Yeah, that was pretty cool. I don't know anything about it though. I just saw it in the picture.
Yep, yep.
Yeah.
And then I got to see my first Metro Heritage engine. Caught the Burlington Metro Heritage engine.
Really?
With
on your way to?
I saw it twice. I saw it in Chicago, and then it was in Aurora yesterday, or the day before yesterday.
Dang.
Yep.
Wow.
So yeah. So please do that for us. See all of the videos that we talked about from all of the ones here, and check out the Santa Fe Queens taking over the GFW Trains channel. She's a little shy about doing that, so I tried to nudge her into getting on and getting a video because she wasn't sure that people would like it. And it's been performing all right. I guess not one of our better performing videos, but hopefully it'll catch on and get rolling. That would be really cool. So check out those videos. But moving forward, we've got some pretty exciting announcements coming for some stuff we've got coming up, right?
No.
That's George's sarcasm voice. We're going to take the live stream on the road this week on Tuesday.
On the tracks, literally.
Yep. We're going to take it on the tracks, literally. We got our fingers crossed this is all going to work out, but we are going to...
White Creek. They don't know what that is. So we're going to a 7.5 gauge railroad named White Creek
White
The name of it is White Creek Railroad.
It's in Michigan.
It's in Michigan, near the
Grand Rapids.
Grand Rapids.
It's not in Grand Rapids, but just outside.
The general area. And yeah, it's the third largest 7.5 gauge railroad in the United States. And it's privately owned too, which is really impressive too. But yeah, so
periodically the gentleman there, once a year he has an open meet, invites everybody out to it, and periodically invites people over there to run his run trains on his
open meet. And yeah, it's pretty cool. You get to see trains from all over the United States there. One of a kind trains too. I mean, I've seen. I've been there. We've been there once before, but the one time we went there, we didn't really get to go the days that everybody was there. You know, we went the first couple of days when nobody was there. You know, kind of died down. We have a friend who is able to get to how do I put this? He's able to go a couple of days before it's open to the public, and we went the first couple of days before it was open, and then the last day we went. There was quite a few people
starting to arrive.
Yeah,
right.
But we didn't see. I've heard that it gets like crazy packed. This time we're gonna be there. We're not gonna be there the whole weekend, but we're gonna just go up to Friday, Thursday, right?
Right.
And yeah, it's gonna be really fun.
Yeah, I can't wait. We're trying to see. We'll see how the internet usage is there, how well we can broadcast. But we're hoping to do at least one, possibly even 2 live streams from out there, and hopefully we'll get some good video to put up a video of it for the GFW trains too, huh? Fast Friday, right.
That'll happen though. Probably get kicked out. Well, that's okay. We'll be our last.
We have a lot of people who have been asking us to fire up those train races. We got those new Fast Friday shirts. We're going to have to probably... I've got some train racers down here that we talked about last week. We have to get that fired up. I have to apologize to everybody. The reason why I don't really want to do the train races is that George has kind of a fragile ego. He has a fragile ego. and I think that some of his friends watch this, and he's made friends with you guys. I mean, he doesn't really want to cry on the live stream. I mean, just like shed tears. It's not good for this young man. So we don't race because I don't want him to lose to me because I am so good, and for him to just be crying. Look at that, speechless. It's all right, George. I mean, that's what good fathers do. It's what they do.
Yeah. Great fathers.
Great fathers. Great fathers. So, well, I got a little mad at George today before we got on the live stream. So I am all right with making him cry today. So, George, as you're working on those throttle arms, start working on those tear ducts too, so you can be crying.
Give like little like flaps, like tears.
That's great. But we are going to have some train races. Up top, give it to me, give it to me, give it to me. Bam! Train races. Hooah! Right on, right on. So, everybody, without any further ado, I want to check everybody in. Looks like we got a good crowd here for Sunday. People rolling in, especially on 4th of July Sunday. I did find out one thing, George.
What?
Never release a video on 4th of July.
Why?
It's just like people don't watch it because they're watching fireworks. We're outside having a good time.
That's true, yeah.
Yeah.
The 5th of July.
Maybe the 5th of July, right. Or the 3rd of July.
Or the 4th. I was about to say, or the 4th of July.
Right. So cool. Let me see who's on the stream here, everybody. Looks like we got 11 watching. Kind of a smaller crowd, but it is the people who we want.
Peeps.
You got it. So we got Ben Santee in the door first. Hello, Ben. How you doing? And of course, Tim's Trains is here. D. Klinger checking in. And of course, we have got both Brian and Mike from Cross Tanker Railroads. Good to see you guys. We got D. Klinger in the house. Has finally got around to cleaning my Reading Heritage, and now it doesn't cut out. Good to hear. We got that guy Wally Woodrick on the stream.
Man.
I heard that guy is amazing. I heard, like, just to be around him.
Really?
Yeah, it's like,
mind blowing.
yep.
Can you get enough of them?
Yep. And you know what I heard is even better? Like, people should not take for granted
What?
being his child.
Yeah? I Speechless. Oh, man.
All right, so anyway, that guy's on here.
Yeah.
Everybody see my head growing today? It's growing a little bit.
Dude, you want me to go get the bike pump? You know, you're gonna have to.
Right. Let's see here. Angel Garcia is here. Hope you had a great 4th of July, Angel. Let's see here. Moving forward, we got Caleb Irwin in the house. Good to see you, Caleb. Stephen Cofer in the house. LJL Rail Yard. Get them guys some whistles. Sean's Trains in the house. Sunset Limited Productions. There's some new names on here. It's great to see everybody coming in. Thanks for stopping by, checking us out on the live stream. We'll probably be on here until about 8 o'clock, maybe a little bit before, maybe a little bit later. Depends on how much George is crying when we're doing our train races.
Doing train races today?
Oh, heck yeah, we're doing train races today.
Oh.
That's the money game. We haven't even played the money game in a while. Look at that, he's already scared. But hey, for all those new guys, kick back, relax, grab something to drink, hang out with us. We got a little flow chat here. George and I talk. We run some trains. In fact, I forgot to ask you what you're running today, George. Didn't have much time to change some trains, did you, sir?
No, we're running the Southern Pacific Train Master, the Train Collectors Association 50th anniversary train set. We got the whole set out, actually. All but one car, maybe, I think.
Oh, cool. Now you got the new GFW
Yeah.
15 or that 1,000 subscriber boxcar on there, made by our good friend Matthew Garsden.
Yeah.
Right on. We got the Cedar plaque. You get 1,000 subscribers, you get the Cedar plaque.
The one and only Matthew.
Thank you, Matthew, for being so nice to hook us up with the Cedar play button up there. And the beautiful custom box car. Matthew also made the GFW Trains caboose back there. We are in the process of trying to get an engine custom made. We got the engine over. We got the engine. We got it sent off to our good friend who's making that stuff. We just got to get a neat design to him on there so we can get it GFW Trains. So anyway, where was I at? We got Sean's Trains here. Might have gotten him, but we're not stingy with the whistles around here. Sunset Limited Productions. JEJL Trains in the house. Thanks for coming by. Let's see here. Tim says that you're weird, George. Nice.
Gracias, senor.
Cross Anchor Railroad says he's a little jelly because of my cool shirt here, George.
Wicked.
Nice, nice. Oh, and this was my favorite train shirt. Now it's my second favorite train shirt.
What's your favorite train shirt now?
Fast Friday, baby. Fast Friday.
That one's my favorite too.
Yep. I love that one.
That one will last a long time.
Let's see here. LGL's asking how everyone's doing. D. Klinger is doing some swimming today. Do you know who's here? Mama Yaya. Hola familia. Matthew's here. Gave him a whistle. Made it all the way back there to Washington. I think he was flying back today, wasn't he? Or yesterday? Right. Let's see here. Ben Santi's here. Good to see you, Ben. Thanks for coming by. Cross Anchor's talking about it, the video he made and I debuted this morning. He says, "So glad you liked it. That's a great idea, George. Might have to bring that up to him. I'm so far behind. I don't remember what that was in regards to." Man. So you might have told that I'm not the brightest bulb, and heredity kind of goes like.
Get it from the best.
It's like a series circuit, right?
Yeah.
My bulb is dim, so your bulb is dimmer.
Yeah.
For the same amount of.
Yeah.
Oh, that's good. I get. George is a smart guy. One day he's going to be making money and taking care of me.
Mind your
That's
diapers.
right. Let's see here. LGL Rail Yards has a couple of new videos out there, and I think people will like one, which relates to Chesapeake and Ohio caboose that he found.
Oh,
Very cool, everybody. Go check out LJL's videos there. LJL's got some really neat videos on his channel. And correct me if I'm wrong, LJL, but a lot of your videos are rail fanning videos. A little bit of railroading, model railroading, but most, right. So, Cross Anchor says, GFW Trains, what's the pink box car on there?
Ooh, let me bring it around. It's a they're Atlas O-scale breast cancer boxcar. Breast cancer awareness boxcar. And yeah, it's pretty neat. It's actually probably got to be one of my favorite cars. But yeah, this is it. And yeah, this was actually a real film, which is kind of cool. And it's made by Atlas, so of course it's really nicely detailed. I don't think that we've ever had a problem with this boxcar. So yeah, it's what that's what that is.
Very cool. It's a neat one. That's a neat one. There for kind of a nod to all of those people who are fighting breast cancer and the survivors of breast cancer and those that breast cancer have taken away from us. So it's a nod to them, and I know that it's touched our family, and cancer sucks. So everybody be mindful of anybody that's working through that part of their life. It's a hard one to work through, and everybody who is
Suffering from that.
yeah, or is on the other side of it. We're with you. We're thinking for you. We're thinking of you, not thinking for you. All right.
The light bulb just got a little bit.
Oh my gosh, yes, it did. So hey, we got another person coming in that we haven't seen here. Godot's, and I'm probably saying this, but Godot's 50 Dodorich says hi from Buffalo. Good to see you. And says great to see the ride from Chicago to Aurora yesterday. Enjoy the episodes. Keeps me involved in the hobbies. Well, that's great. That's exactly why we do this, isn't it, George?
Exactly.
Yep. So we get some people watching our live streams and just enjoying each other. I mean, part of what we like is just the community aspect of this, right?
Yeah, we do. a lot of cool people in the community. You know, have a lot of cool friends I've made through it, and yeah.
Right, and so one of the things down below, we've got a link to the Discord channel. I'd invite everybody who is on here who isn't part of the Discord channel to join our Discord channel. It's been a lot of fun communicating with people. I haven't had a chance to get on there very much. I haven't communicated with people the last couple of days. It's been kind of busy, but I believe that there's been a couple of new people coming on there.
Yeah, I've seen a couple of new people, new faces. Your people getting more involved too, which is really nice. But yeah, you know, have a lot of fun, and
oh man, we've gone pixelated, George.
Minecraft.
Hopefully we'll be back in a second. Stay with us, folks. Stay with us.
I'm dancing right now.
Yeah, yep. So hey, we take this a moment too, as we're pixelated, to go over there and smash that thumbs up button. That's real helpful for us with the YouTube algorithm and getting this out there to the people, reminders and on the feeds for the people who haven't seen this. So go over there if you could do me a favor, smash that. We'd really appreciate it. Or I would really appreciate that, and George would really appreciate that. It goes a long way for us, again, further in the hobby, just like we talked about.
I'm back.
Right? Not pixelated anymore.
No.
So, yeah, good to see you. Godot, and I'm sorry if I'm saying that wrong. Caleb Irwin says, I have a question. What Western and Maryland rolling stock do y'all have? I don't think we have very much Western and Maryland rolling
I
stock.
think Sammy's got more than we do.
Does he?
Yeah, Sammy's got a little bit of it, but yeah.
Do we have any? I like Western and Maryland. There's really no reason why we don't have any Western and Maryland.
It's never gotten the opportunity.
Well, yeah, I tell you what. Next time I see Western and Maryland, something Western and Maryland, I'm going to buy that.
Really?
I think that there might be a Western and Maryland car in that B&H set, but I think that might be the only one that we have. It's a hopper.
So, like, if you see like a Western and Maryland like Challenger,
I'll buy it.
whoa.
I buy it. I buy it.
If you guys send any Western Maryland Challengers my way, I'll show them to him. Okay?
Yep. So, and I'm sorry for being so behind on the comments here, guys. I'm about 10 minutes behind. Tim's Train says, I like how George took the credit for yesterday's video, even though he didn't star in it. Sister Anita should sue George for that.
But I mean, it's on.
The B-roll team. I like when I talked to Anita, I likened it to like Mythbusters. Anybody here ever seen Mythbusters? So you got the two main guys in Mythbusters, and they're always doing the big stuff. And then you got the other three.
You know, I kind of like the other three better than the main guys. Because I think their experiments were like...
Yeah.
Yeah?
Yeah, I like them too.
Oh, okay.
I'm just saying, maybe you better be careful.
Why?
Your sister coming on, B-roll team. No, I love Mythbusters, and I think it's cool. I liked how they had that dynamic with the two. And as the show rolled on, it was cool. I agree with you. I like the B-roll people, or the B-team guys. They had some of the good stuff, and they had a real neat dynamic amongst them.
Oh, yeah. Just, they had the more... I do like what they're doing now. They got the Mythbusters, like, kids or whatever, and they got a bunch of, like, younger kids that are doing experiments.
Really?
Yeah, they got a TV show. I don't think we can get it like with the streaming services that we have, but yeah, I mean, if you look it up on YouTube, some of the experiments are like really neat. Like, and it's all just like stuff like you think of them as like kids, like like trying to get like the bottom row of like a Jenga set, like to go without like.
Oh really?
Yeah, it's like that kind of stuff. Or like, you know,
well,
taking the tablecloth under from a bunch of you know, with like silverware and stuff like that on it. It's really neat, but yeah. And they make like contraptions and stuff like that, but yeah.
That's cool. So we got a couple other guys checking in here, George. We got Lionel Guy, 1776.
Oops.
He was celebrating yesterday, 1776.
Yeah.
RJ's Trains in the house. Good to see RJ. Loop back around. We got a link down below to the podcast that we did with RJ and Sam's O-Gauge Trains. Hit that, check that out. These are some real dynamic individuals that are really doing a lot for the hobby. So see those podcasts, see the other podcasts, and check out their channels as well. Let's see here. You know who else is here, George?
Who?
George Orderick. OG George. Says, now you know the movie business and why they make releases before the holiday. Talking about why,
yeah, with the Chief to be trained.
Yep. Let's see here. Looking through here. Yeah, Cross Anchors is talking about how that long. I'm way behind. I'm gonna to roll through here. Matthew's asking if we hung the plaque up. We haven't gotten a chance.
Not yet.
But we're doing it. We taking bets for the races? Heck yeah, we're taking bets. Heck yeah. Tim says always bet on Wally. You bet. You bet.
Wow.
See, Train Master 04 is here. Says, hey guys, looks like that train shirt came back. Hey, I even got I've got a surprise. I've got a surprise. We're down in St. Louis.
Oh.
Did some fashion shopping down there in St. Louis. So I haven't busted it out yet, but I got some new threads. Got some new threads. I'm gonna wear that soon. Let's see here. Cross Anchor says, hey, George Woodrick, Gen 1 in the house. You got it, Gen 1.
Yeah.
D. Klinger says, Saturday, Norfolk and Southern SD60E 911 went over a horseshoe curve as a DPU.
Oh, wow.
Interesting. Cross Anchors Railroad says at GFW Trains, George was talking about getting better prices out for our subscribers. Oh, at the train store.
Yeah.
Well, I like that. I like that. Let's see. Cross Anchor talking about the pink boxcar says that caught his eye and Brian lost his grandma, and that's very cool. That's awesome. Good. So Lionel guys says cool shirt. Where can I get one? Sorry, George is talking about. George talking about Dad's shirt. Well, I can tell you where you can get one. There's two places. I got mine down at the museum where the general is at. But if you go to the National Museum of Transportation, National Museum of Transportation in St. Louis, they sell these on their store.
Yeah, they sell them at IRM too as well.
Do they?
I'm not sure. I'm not 100% sure, but I think they're similar to this.
Okay. Good stuff.
Yeah.
Good stuff. So check that out. National Museum of Transportation. Google that up. Go to their gift store, and you can buy one there. They've got another version. Oh, I'm spilling the beans. But check out their gift shop. It's a really cool museum. We're putting out a video on that from our trip down there in St. Louis soon. Let's see here. Anthony Garza says, I'm in the process of making a new video. Cool, Matthew. About his grandpa's post-war kit trains. Very nice. Very nice. So, RJ's Trains is a cup holder on the layout. How have I not seen this before? Well, check it out. Check it out. The best part about the cup holder. Show them the best part about the cup holder. And the way it's gone. The way that it's gone. Right on. See, Cross Anchor Railroads at RJ's Train. When you get your Discord done, hit us up with a friend request. Absolutely. RJ says, just join the mainline group now. Very good. RJ, thank you very much. Let's keep, like I said, keep the communication going. I like all these Gen 3 guys out there talking further in the hobby.
Yeah, me too.
Right on. Caleb Irwin says, I like the Western of Maryland not only because the trains in the trains in the great locomotives. I also like it because of the great scenery. Very cool. George, I'm afraid that there's some movement about the Santa Fe Queen taking over the GFW.
I don't think she can do that because actually, if you go upstairs, and I'll give her the channel, if you can go upstairs and ask her how many Y3s Lionel made, and then if she answers it right, she can have the channel.
All right. I don't think that's happening though, George. You got your safe bet there. Well, Trainmaster 04 has the first trivia question, George. Okay. I don't know this. This is a good one. I can't wait to hear the answer on this one. It says, well, guys, got a question for you all. How can you tell a Lionel steam locomotive is from China or from South Korea? China or South Korea, George, but not from the label. While you're thinking about that, D. Klinger says it's 90 degrees in his bedroom and 84 in the basement. Guess he's not running trains. He should be outside in the swimming pool or at least running through the sprinkler or something like that.
Yeah.
Woo, that's hot one. No Gauge N Scale Railroad. Sean has entered the chat. Good to see you, Sean. Give that man a whistle.
very nice. Good to see ya. Hold on a second here, folks. All right.
Sorry, everyone. Got our the GFW movie studio here.
It's like delayed, right?
Mind blowing.
Oh yeah, it's amazing.
Like the studio that we've
Yeah,
got
yeah,
going
yeah.
on here.
Crazy.
Everybody comes down here. They're like, "Wow, I can't believe all of the stuff that you got for your Wi-Fi studio,
I know.
your
yeah.
live stream studio."
Like we got the chairs in the back for the audience and all that.
So, hey, guess who's here? We haven't seen in a while. One of our, my favorite YouTube name, channel name.
Yes, this is a good.
Go via or go home. I love it. Good to see you. Thanks for stopping by today and hanging out with us this evening. Go via or go home says, do you guys have any MTH? What are your thoughts about them closing? Oof. There's a long answered question, but
We'll come back to that.
all right, remember that. But because I we've got some thoughts about that. It's a shame that the hobby wasn't able to support the brand, but I'm thinking, yeah, well,
I think it's beyond that, honestly.
do you?
Yes.
All right, well, we'll get to that. That's a loaded question. Let me catch up on these, and maybe we can swoop back around, because that's a really good question. Trainmaster of Forces also, what did y'all think about Menards' new building? I'm not aware of a new building for Menards. What is it?
Watch it via the MTH's old headquarters.
That'd be funny, wouldn't it?
Oh yeah.
So Sean is asking from O-Gauge and N-Scale Railroad, hey, what brand are those UP passenger cars?
Those are Lionel 18-inch passenger cars. Pretty cool. I got them for my birthday, and yeah, really nice.
Trains and Things is here. Well, he's popped by a couple of times. He's been all over the country, jet setting around, saying Happy Independence Day. Great to see you. Happy Independence Day to you too, Trains and Things. Let's see here. Cross Anchor says he's going to look that shirt up. Do it. National Museum of Transportation. We've got a lot of people liking on this shirt.
Yeah.
Tell them, hey, do you know who's here we haven't seen in a while?
Who? Oh, Smoke.
Mike Minetti. George, I caught George this morning. I took the smoke unit away from George. He's asking where the smoke is. I took the smoke fluid away from George this morning because he was trying to put smoke fluid in American Flyer transformers.
Yeah, I was trying.
He was calling up RJ's, be like, hey, do you have any ozone smell smoke?
I know. Yeah.
Oh, I need to get the smoke unit on my American Flyer transformer.
I heard it lasts a long time too outside. It's all weather smoke.
It's all weather smoke. Oh gosh. So RJ says, you saw my reaction, they would have laughed. Right on. To the cup holder he's talking about.
Oh yeah.
I love that cup holder. That's good stuff.
Yeah, it is. They are pretty handy, man. Those are definitely would recommend if you. I mean, they pack up neatly, you know, and they. Although if you keep them out, they can get they can poke you. But other than that, I mean, they're really nice. But yeah.
So here we are. Ready for your answer from Trainmaster, George?
Oh boy. Yeah.
Answer the locomotive question. If you're able to push the locomotive without power to the track, it's made from China. If it does not move freely, then it's from South Korea. That's interesting. I did not know that. Interesting.
So basically, we don't
Dropping
have,
some knowledge.
the only engine we have from South Korea then would be the CC2.
I don't think so. I think those first generation ones are from South Korea, like the big boy and the
Really?
and the
Well, those
1218.
don't move freely though. Oh, it might be like the modern stuff.
That's what he said. It does not move freely.
I meant from China. That's what I
So the big boy, the 1218,
Yeah, those
they're all from China. Oh, I'm sorry, from South Korea.
I wonder where the 844 is from.
I bet that's from China. That's a newer one. South Korea, they didn't make. They made some of their first stuff in South Korea, but then I think that they moved most, if not all, their production to China. George, I'm sure there's some people that know and can tell us, can give us an education about that. Because I don't know. And the cool thing is we probably have a lot of people on here that do know. So Lionel Guy 1776 says, I personally love Amtrak. So do we. So do we.
Yes, we do too.
Amtrak, like if you ask me, that would probably be my favorite railroad if you consider that a railroad.
I mean, I would consider it a railroad because they have their own track, or like
Right.
track, you know.
So I like Amtrak. I'm an Amtrak
I
guy.
don't know. I'm not. I wish there was still like passenger service from different railroads, just because.
I agree with that. No, I agree. But Amtrak was born right about when I was born,
Yeah.
and we've had the same. I've lived my life with Amtrak. Watched Amtrak grow, and Amtrak has grown as I've grown. It's had its troubles as I've had my troubles.
It is, yeah.
And it's America's railroad, man.
I could say the same thing about. Paul. Anyways,
Must have been important.
very, very important. But yeah. So I mean, I like them a lot. They are pretty neat. You know, they've definitely done a lot to help the railroads out. That's for sure.
They've kept passenger service alive.
Yeah, and yeah, it's kind of a shame that they've had to cut some of their services though.
Oh yeah, right. Well, I tell you, when we went on that train downtown Chicago, it usually was is full on the trip like that. But when we went down there, it was empty. It was kind of sad.
Yeah, hopefully it's not affecting the pandemic isn't affecting that too much.
Oh man, I'm sure that it is. So hey, Paul Cooker's here from Bradford, Pennsylvania. Good to see you here. Quite the contingent of people that watch us from Pennsylvania.
I don't know. I feel like Pennsylvania is like the model train state, or at least the O-scale train state.
Yeah, I agree.
There's a lot of stuff in Pennsylvania, but yeah.
There are a lot of people that the genesis of what they like about trains and everything from Pennsylvania.
Yeah.
Yep. I'll go to the grave though and say that there's no better train state than Illinois. I'll go to my grave on that one.
Agreed. Well, Northern Illinois.
Yeah, all Illinois. You lump all Illinois in there.
That's true. Yeah. Yeah. You got a lot of neat spots. That's for sure.
Sure do. I don't mean to brag, but we're lucky about that. I think we're spoiled, as a matter of fact.
Oh yeah.
Let's see here. Matthew Garzon's talking about his grandpa's train. Says it's just 2 bucks, but I can't wait to see the video, man. I can't wait to see the video. Lionel Guy talking about the Menards building that just put out. Says that Menards just put out a Tide Soap Factory, George.
Oh, nice. Oh, I thought you were talking about when you say
Real building?
Yeah. That's why I said about the MTH building.
Oh no! It comes back here. Okay, and I think that we got 2. Trainmaster also says that the new building for Menards is a new lumber yard and looks spectacular. Thinking about getting it, and then I definitely will do a product review of it. We've got the Mustang Sally's on our shop. We've also got a station.
And then we got one more.
The Wally's Garage.
Oh yeah, that one's good.
Kind of like Wally's Garage.
That one's gonna be that one in the must. Those buildings are amazing.
I like them.
Flat out amazing.
Right.
You know, they are pretty decent price for how much detail is put into those. You know, and yeah.
Cool. Well, hey, you know what else we got here going on? We got Randall Ellison here. Did we get him yet? Get that man a whistle. And also checking in, we've got Chris Lambert. He says, "Evening, fellows." Well, from Temecula. I'm probably saying that wrong, and I apologize there, Chris. California, 50 miles north of San Diego.
Wow.
Isn't that cool how we get people from all over the country? We were just talking about somebody from Pennsylvania.
Yeah, now we're talking about somebody from California.
How cool is that, huh?
Yeah, it's really cool. You know, but that's what the internet does, you know?
Right. And you know who else is here? Our man Trevor. Speaking of Trevor, I don't know if he just put out a YouTube video on it, but he posted some new videos of a whistle that he just put out as Invicta.
Really?
Yep. It's on the Discord channel.
Oh, gonna have to go check those out.
Right. Well, Trevor, are you going up to White Creek? I got to ask on that. I was thinking about that as I was watching those videos on the Discord this morning. Let us know. So RJ's Train says a lot of Lionel stuff made in Korea is old K-line tooling. Yep, for sure. See, D. Klinger says, well, I just set out our air mattress in my living room because my room isn't going to get cool off before 9. Sorry, D Klinger. It's going to be a rough one for you tonight. Break out some fans, buddy. Break out some fans. So Train Master coming up in with a second question. Says, what is the first Lionel Legacy, or what is the first Legacy locomotive produced by Lionel? And what year was it produced?
JLC Big Boy in 2006.
Nailed it. Because you saw Tim's name.
No, I knew it was the JLC Big Boy. I just didn't know what year it was, and I looked up Tim.
Nailed it. Nice.
Although
nice.
it never came with the chip, though. Or it did, but I'm not sure. Like every single JLC Big Boy I've ever seen has never had a chip.
Oh, right.
You know? I've only seen a couple, but still, you know?
Right.
I've never had a chip.
Right. So, getting back to the overseas question, Grandpa George, OG George, says that wasn't the issue with MTH that Lionel stuff had issue was made in South Korea. I know the whole lawsuit stemmed from production out of South Korea. There was a couple of manufacturers in South Korea, and MTH really got a boost on Lionel in terms of making some scale trains, and Lionel subcontracted out to another company, and they were able to get Lionel back into the game, even though they were behind the 8 ball. And lo and behold,
Same
their
stuff.
Allegheny boiler, their 1218 boiler, and their
Big Boy boiler.
all exactly the same.
There's another one too. I thought it was that. Oh god. Oh, I think it was a T1, if I'm not mistaken.
Huh. All right.
Yeah.
Thought it was just those three.
That might have been just
the
those
Allegheny, the 1218,
Might have been
the
just
Class
those
A,
three, yeah.
and the Big Boy. But you could be right too. You could be right. So Caleb says maybe you and Amtrak Guy 365 could be friends. I'd like that. We'd love to watch Amtrak Guy 365 videos, don't we, George?
Yeah. I mean, one of the first, or we were, towards the beginning of quarantine, we were working on the layout one time. We just basically watched every single Engines of Amtrak video ever made.
Right. No, that's good. RJ says, hey, George, watch what you say. You got a former Amtrak employee on there. No problem. We like Amtrak.
Yeah.
Did you say something bad about Amtrak? Because if he did, whoever's that employee, you just let me know. I'll give George a noogie right here on
That's RJ's train.
Actually, RJ's oh, that's right. Yeah.
Yeah.
You worked at
We worked at the headquarters.
Right. RJ, if he says something, I'll just bend him over right here and give him a spanking. Amtrak spanking. One.
Oh boy.
I can't believe I forgot that. RJ is.
I'm sure YouTube would have a heyday with that.
I can't wait till RJ is the president to Amtrak, and I'll be like, yeah, I know the president of Amtrak.
Yeah, I've been friends with him.
What?
I remember him.
Oh.
Yeah.
So, yeah. Trades and Things says nice video. Cross Hangers got the video coming out today. It says next tip is August through September. Trainmaster thinks that this question was too easy. I think it was. It wasn't necessarily an easy question, but you just got a very smart crowd, Trainmaster. Very smart crowd. Timmy Benz is in the house from Maryland.
Oh.
George getting him a whistle. Everybody representing old Pennsylvania Railroad. Cross Anchors, D. Klinger. Cross Anchor Railroad says, haven't seen Bernsey, so I got to say M1. Who's got an M1? Oh, my gosh. Oh, I thought we were going to be able to... But that's all right. He's got his obsession with M1. It's a nice, beautiful steam locomotive. I can't take anything away from the M1, that's for sure. But Brian Burns is the usual regular on the stream here. He likes his M1s and can't take that away from the young man. Can't take that away from the young man. Let's see here. And Tim says, M1? What do you mean, M1 tank?
Yeah, sure. Sammy. Oh boy, so Sammy, my cousin, we went over there, and for his birthday, his parents had gotten him a model tank, like an RC tank. Remember those like construction vehicles I used to have when I was really little? It was the same company that made those, but everything was like die cast. The tank was so heavy, like the treads were die cast. And the gun too. This is the best part. The gun had it shot like BBs. Like airsoft BBs.
Oh my gosh.
It was like so cool. And they had like a smoke unit that went out, or they had like exhaust coming out of the back. It was so cool.
Wow, that sounds awesome. Hey, do you know who's here? Grandma Nita. She says Grandma's here. Get her a whistle. See, Trainmaster has another question for us, George.
Oh boy.
How many variations of the modern era version of the Commodore Vanderbilt did Lionel produce? I'm going with 3. 4. Silver one, weathered one, red one, blue one. What do you think, George?
I didn't know they made a weathered one. Yeah, I think I'm gonna go with 4.
Tim says 5. And he says silver weathered, red, blue, and gray. I don't remember the gray one, but I think he probably is right there. So, let's see, Lionel Guy 1776 says Lionel also produces a big boy that can operate on 031 curves. For sure. Right down here, we just had a little derailment, everybody. Hey, we got another person just checking in. Norfolk Southern Pocahontas Division Railfan 1 just subscribed. Well, hey, 1, thanks for joining us today on the stream. 2, thanks for subscribing. Kick back, relax, hang out with us. We'll probably be on the stream here for about another hour, 15 minutes. Grab something to eat, grab something to drink, hang out with us, run some trains. In fact, we had a request. I'm going to get George on the request here in a couple of minutes to double head a couple of Berkshires tonight.
All right.
Yeah, we got
Should I get on that now?
759 and the C&O Berk back there.
All right.
I think that would be a fun double head. Our man Tim's Trains asked if we could get that done. So George will be working on that one. But thanks, Norfolk Southern Pocahontas Division Rail fan. Appreciate you coming in. Appreciate you hanging out. So if you enjoy our stream here, we do them on Tuesdays and Thursdays. We're doing them every day during the stay at home. But I'm back to working from the office, and George is. We're back outside now that we're not as stringent on the stay at home. So summer's kind of back in swing. So we've been doing some Tuesdays, and we've been doing some Sundays on our night live streams. But keep your eyes peeled for this week, because I'm going to be out at the White Creek Railroad in Grand Rapids, Michigan, and we're going to be seeing if, as long as we get a good enough stream out there, we're going to be trying to do some live streams from the White Creek Railroad, Grand Rapids, Michigan, which is the 3rd largest 7.5 gauge railroad in the country. I believe that there is 5 miles of trackage out there. 5 miles of trackage. So, yeah, we're bringing our train out there tomorrow, and we're setting up a campsite out there, and we'll be out there all next week. So, want to get out if we can do one, maybe multiple live streams. Got some good friends. We're going to be staying right there on the property, camping. So, good stuff. But anyway, yeah, glad that you joined us. The other thing is, if you enjoy this too, down below there's a Discord for continued conversation after the live stream's over. Check out that Discord and sign up for that and continue the conversation after we get through with our training. This live stream here. That's what this thing is I'm doing. Cool. Let's see. Chris Lambert says, what country are Lionel trains made in now?
China.
Some are in China, some are from the United States. I think they're doing some assembly here too.
Yeah.
All right.
I think they're doing a lot of the scale cars are made in the United States now.
So Nicholas Schnee says, hello, I'm back from Dayton, Ohio. I visited the Wright brothers' house. Well, that's really cool, Nicholas. I have to tell you, the Wright brothers are some of my heroes. I really, really like their story, and I would love one day to go to Dayton and check out their house. I hope that you had a good time there. You'll have to.
Was it like Up's house? You know, like the house in Up, where it's flying?
George wants to know if the Wright brothers' house is flying. Oh my gosh! Again, George isn't that bright. Let's see here. Oh, Tim's is talking. Tim's is just on fire today with the answers, George.
Oh boy.
Lionel trains are made in the USA, China, Korea, and Vietnam. So RJ's
In America.
They said the USA, China.
Oh, okay.
RJ's train says, I thought I heard George say that he would like to see the private companies return to passenger service. Right, you did. Oh, that's what he's talking about. Yes. Yes. I think only saying that, not necessarily to take the glow off of Amtrak as much as the golden era of passenger travel, when all of the railroads operated their passenger trains as loss leaders, as kind of a flag bearer for their railroads. some awesome trains, man. I wish that I had the opportunity to ride on the Broadway Limited or or the Empire Builder or the 20th Century Limited. Those are all trains I really wish I had the opportunity to ride back in the day. But we really enjoy Amtrak. I enjoy Amtrak. I've ridden many miles on Amtrak, and it's our preferred mode of travel if we have got the time to travel on that. Trainmaster says, speaking of Amtrak, I am trying to work out a trip down Y'all's Way and check out Traintown via Amtrak. Very cool, Trainmaster. Where are you coming from, and what's your plan? Let us know.
Let's see here.
D. Klinger says he's weighed in on a bunch of stuff, saying that he's getting some trains and that he has no idea, or I have no idea how much Brian talks about M1s after the stream. Randall Ellison says, hey, just wanted to clarify on something. I said in one of your past live streams that I saw the Frisco 1522 at Thayer in 1994. It was pulling the Peach Blossom Special to Birmingham, Alabama. That is so cool, Randall. That is so cool. I bet that was fantastic to see that. Again, it's neat to see these trains in the museums like George and I have been doing, but I bet it was even better to see those as they traveled on the rails like that. So Cross Anchors Railroad says 5. Line Out Guy 1776 says, question for George. Can you name the company back in the 1950s that produced and manufactured toy trains besides Lionel and American Flyer? Marx is a good one, but there's more.
Marx, Kusan. God, there's a couple more. There's like a bunch of small ones. What's that company that made Grandpa's Speeder?
Oh, I don't remember that one. That's a good one too.
It's like, oh gosh. Yeah, but Marx, Kusan.
Those are the two that I think of right off the top of my head.
Yes.
You have to let us know if there's some other ones there, Lionel Guy. Sean's Train says, unfortunately, I'm losing my Monday and Wednesday nights due to band, so not a lot of work on the second layout. But Sean, that's cool that you're in the band. Sorry about the layout. Where there's a will, there's a way, though, so I'm sure that you'll be able to slide over and figure out some time to work on that. We've had the same issues here where we haven't been able to work on our layout as much because we're busy doing all kinds of other stuff. Randall Ellison says, Pentrick produced the video that followed the train over the Cuba and Thayer subdivisions. To my knowledge, the video is still available on DVD. It's originally released on VHS cassette.
I think Grandpa and Grandma have that, and I watched it. I remember I was sick one time, and I went over to their house, and Grandpa played it for me on the VHS player in the basement. But yeah, it's a really cool video.
So on the Commodore Vanderbilt, George, here's the correct answer. Tim was right. There's 5 of them. Rum shaded silver, weathered silver, correct black, with a hint of silver, red, and blue. So, and George's, Grandpa George is weighing in, and the American Model Toys out of Auburn, Indiana. That's the one we're forgetting, George.
Oh, yeah. What about KMT, too? Chris Model Trains?
That was later.
Oh, was it?
Yep. Let's see here. See, Trainmaster 04 says the red and blue Commodores were made to commemorate the original pre-war Commodore Vanderbilts. Yeah. That was kind of a disappointment when that original silver one came out. There were some issues with the molding on that, and then also when they came out, it was in a brighter silver than that Commodore Vanderbilt usually was, instead of the gray silver. Let's see here. See, Norfolk Southern Pocahontas Division Railfan says, I saw a Norfolk and Western 2156 being, he saw the Norfolk and Western 2156 being pulled by Norfolk and Southern ST60E. Well, that's really cool. I really wish I got a chance to see that Norfolk Southern Pocahontas Division. We got a chance to see it when we were down last weekend in St. Louis. We saw it as it was static. And we really wish we saw it as it traveled across the country. We had a neat conversation with the museum curator down there at the National Museum of Transportation, where it's held at, about that particular train, and they took that train, and the museum out there in Roanoke, the name of the museum escapes me. They lent the train out there to them, and I think that they were hoping that they would be able to keep it out there. And there was a 5-year lend. The lend was 5 years for them to keep it out there, and it was a little bit of not necessarily a struggle, but they had to do a little bit of gymnastics to get that back. George always likes to note, though, that beyond that one, that one's what's the Y6A. They've got a Y3 at the Illinois Transportation Museum, George.
IRM, yeah.
Yeah, it's a Y3 out there. It's a really neat one. So, hey, Matthew Garzon's asking, do you guys have any Legacy F units? We don't have any Legacy F units. I would like to get some Scale F units, but we've got a spending moratorium on train equipment here. I wish my pockets were that deep. But I've been spending on the layout, and I think that's where I'm going to try and make sure that the funding is going as I'm moving forward here. But we've got this neat train trip coming up too here, and it always seems like I spend some money every time I go to White Creek. I spent last time we went to White Creek. I spent our money that we were saving up to buy a speedboat or a in-ground pool. I spent it on trains up at White Creek.
We're an in-ground pool.
So yeah, my wife always hates it when I go to White Creek because she holds her breath. Cross Anchor says yes, found a few boxes at Dale's, made in the USA. Lionel Trains, made in the USA. Trainmaster says technically made in the USA. Cars are only assembled here in the US, but the parts are made from China, and that's true too. But Tim says the bodies for all the USA stuff are made in the States, which I think is out of the old Weavers, or out of the old Weaver stuff. Yeah, the old Weaver molds. Cross Anchor says, of course, at Wally Werdick wants to ride the Pennsylvania Railroad Broadway Limited first. Standard of the world. Yep, for sure. Caleb Irwin says, you know what I would like to see? I would like to see Amtrak run freight trains. That would be an interesting thing. One of the neat things I always thought was when they ran the mail cars at the back of the Amtrak trains, they would have the piggybacks stacked up at the back of the Amtrak trains. Those things were long trains rolling across the country.
Where it'd be like 4 or 5 cars and the 16
right.
piggybacks, yeah.
Right. So D. Klingers asked, Wally, are you coming to Strasburg later this year? I think we're going to try and make it out to Strasburg for sure if we go to York. That's for sure. That's for sure. Lionel Guy 1776 says, nice answers, George. You're a smart guy. All right. All right. Trainmaster says, on the Amtrak trip, I'm trying to see if I can get down there next month and leave from Dallas, Texas. Very cool. You can ride the Texas Eagle. I think that's the train that you can ride coming up from Texas. At Tim's Trains, that is true, but it's still debated on what the true color is. That's interesting. I did not know that. The Commodore Vanderbilt. Yep. O-Gauge and N-Scale Railroad at Cross Anchors Railroads. Does Dale's Trains have a website or an eBay store? It's a good question.
I'm assuming if they're a hobby shop, they probably do have an eBay store. Just because I know a lot of hobby shops make a lot of their money off eBay.
Yep. So Cross Anchor says no. Unfortunately, at the moment they have a Facebook and an Instagram. You want to contact them about something specific, but apparently that they don't. So,
interesting.
Yep. Ours Trains checking in says, I forgot the stream was running. Well, I'm glad that you're checking in now. Good to have you here. Again, thanks everybody for coming in. Hey, if you guys can do me a brief favor real quick here, I'd appreciate it. If you guys, everybody who's here, can take a moment and hit that like button if you haven't done so already. Would appreciate that. That really helps out with the YouTube algorithm. The more likes, it's weird. I don't have it all figured. I have no idea, but I can tell you that the streams that we've got that have the more likes gets pushed out by the algorithm more. And when the algorithm pushes out our video, it's on the recommendations for other channels, and other people will see those and they tend to come back and enjoy us on the stream, on the additional streams. So yeah, please, if you could do that, I would certainly appreciate it. And again, just reminding ours, since sometimes we're touch and go with our streams, unfortunately, because we don't have a regular schedule as much. But we are going to be streaming on Tuesday at 6 o'clock. I think we're going to do. I think we're going to try and do 6 o'clock. We don't know. We've got our fingers crossed on the stream or the internet out there. But we have got. We were planning on doing a stream out at the White Creek Railroad live on scene. We're going to do that at 6. So yeah, for sure. Grandpa checking in says, yeah, I do. Well, they have a Santa Fe legacy. Forgot about that. Forgot about the somebody asked about whether we had any. Matthew asked if we had any legacy FUVs.
Oh, we got the Santa Fe FUVs.
Right. So we've got those. George is doing some real major. You can't see him off screen here, but he's over to the side. He's doing some real major surgery because he's trying to set up a double head of 2 Berkshires here. We got the CNO 2696. We've also got the nickel plate 759, isn't that the nut? Yep, on there. Let's see here. So yeah, Tim and Trainmaster talking about the colors of that Commodore Vanderbilt, and it's interesting that that's an issue because of the colors of the black and white. But it would be interesting to get the take on some of the people that actually saw it back then. I remember talking at a train show to somebody that saw it and said that it was the wrong color. But you never know. You never know. Let's see here. Cross Anchor's telling you to get a job, George. Nicholas Schnee says, I'm done with the CTA train, but I'm working on a Union Pacific train engine. Which paint scheme should I do? Which paint scheme should I do? The George Bush train or the Spirit of Union Pacific?
George Bush.
George Bush train. Those are 2 good ones right there. Ours saying that's a terrible thing to miss the GFW stream.
Awful.
Ooh, here it comes. We got the Berkshire doublehead coming out here. Boys and girls, ladies and gentlemen, here comes the Berkshire. I'm glad you made it 2 hours because we're gonna do some train races. Even though it's not Friday, we're gonna do our Fast Friday train races. Woohoo! So Tim Bentz is here. Okay, good to see you, Tim. Thanks for checking in. Says, do you ever look at Eric Siegel Trains? He's a YouTuber.
Yeah, I do. Yeah. Yes, Eric's Trains.
Oh yeah. He's pretty big time. Lionel guy, I'm a little bit behind here. Lionel guy 1776 says I spent about $1,000 on 3 MTH engines I really wanted. Wife wasn't happy with me. Yep.
We know that feeling.
Cross Anchor says I had GFW train story in my life. I wanted an in-ground pool, but then we spent it all on trains for sure. Hey, Andrew Garcia's back. He says, I'm back, Georgie Snorgy.
Georgie Snorgy.
Whoop, whoop. Let's see here. Sorry, I'm so behind here. I'm going to whiz through some of these comments. So if I missed you and you want to weigh in, please feel free to kick your comment back up. It's sometimes I get behind it, and I want to make sure that we got a nice flow to the live stream. So if I get too far behind, I think that it's a bad dynamic. So RJ says Amtrak actually did try and run a freight train in southern Wisconsin and northern Illinois, and it failed badly. Didn't know that. I've been right. That's about right where we live.
I know, yeah.
RJ, you have to tell us more on that, or give us a YouTube education on that with a video at some time. I think that would be cool. Let's see here. Grandpa says you can't ride a train from Texas to Chicago and stay here without quarantine right now. Oh man, forgot about that. That's a bummer. D. Klinger says if you go to Strasburg, and me and Brian go as well. Brian's going straight to the M1. I bet he is. We have to take some pictures of him by that. Tim's Train says that Trainmaster 04. Yeah, I forgot about that video. Also, a lot of people know this. that the Commodore got the name from streamlining as the Dreyfus Hudson. But the Commodore got the same streamlining as the Dreyfus Hudson. The 5344 was on the engines to pull the Mercury. Oh, very good. So Stephen Cofferl says I got to go. Take care, all. Well, thanks for coming, Steve.
Cheers,
Good to see you
Steven.
today. Thanks for coming by and checking and hanging out with us. Have a great end of your weekend and a great end of your Sunday here. All right, so Cross Anchor's getting back to the train stores. As I'll make sure and tell them that there was a request for getting their eBay store back up and running. I know the COVID had them shut it down. Timmy Bent says the Western and Maryland Scenic, Potomac, and Eagle train rides those are nice ones. Yeah, for sure. Trainmaster, Tim's Trains. Yes, a lot of people know that, but it's cool to see historical locomotives get another day in life by getting streamlined. For sure. Cross Anchor Railroad says NTH produced the Millennium gold-plated train. Yeah. I would. George loves gold-plated trains. Lionel had a gold-plated train that they produced for. I think 100th anniversary. That's the Hudson. It's so beautiful. My dad has that one. So LGL Rail Yard says he's back. All right, get him. I'm back. And Timmy Bent says the Cass Scenic Railroad in West Virginia. George and I want to hit that railroad, the Cass Scenic Railroad.
Yeah. Hopefully this next year.
Yeah, maybe we'll hit that on our way back from the National Jamboree. So, Timmy Bentz, or Chris Lambert says Amtrak Pacific Surfliner along the California coast is a beautiful ride. Trevor's going to do that.
I was.
Right along the Pacific Ocean from San Diego to San Luis Obispo. Must ride on for the train buffs. Unfortunately, George was going to ride on that with his mom this summer. But the hotel where they were going to stay canceled their reservations, and so they aren't going to be able to make it out there for that.
Yeah.
That's a bummer.
It is, but it's okay.
Man, George, that is a cool lash up. This is the first time I've gotten a chance to come up for air looking at those two Berkshires.
Yeah,
We're going to have to...
This one I have to do some surgery on after the screen.
Why?
Yeah. That's why. No.
Something with a pilot truck?
No. Oh, I mean, the pilot trucks always have problems, but the scale coupler on it, the chain going from the drawbar to the little air hose thing, it's really poorly made, and it came undone, so I'm gonna have to just take a pair of pliers and just squeeze them together back.
Gotcha. Iron Fox says, wow, is that a coal loader? Yeah, we got two of them on the layout there behind us. We got the coal loaders and the log loader back up there. Robert Cersei says, hello, Wally, sorry I'm late. Just got back, took the Long Island Railroad to the Queens. Very cool. I've never been on the Long Island Railroads. That's on my list of things to do, riding that Long Island Railroad. So one of the cool things about having the stream out here and everybody on the stream is where everybody's at. And I never really was a big... I don't say this as being sacrilegious or anything like that, but I was never really a big fan of the Long Island Railroad. It was just another railroad that I wasn't really familiar with. But then there's a lot of energy behind the fans of the Long Island Railroad. And I get a lot of that from the people that are on the stream here, that energy. And now I really, really want to go out and ride the Long Island Railroad. What about you, George?
Yeah, I do too. I think it's really cool. I like their electric units.
Yeah, so one of these days we're going to have to make it out there and ride the Long Island Railroad. That would be a lot of fun. Let's see here. So LGL says I got 2 new videos out that I think people will like. We'll check out LGL's page, and he's got some really, really neat videos. In fact, everybody who's on the stream here, please take note. Let's support each other and visit each other, see their videos. We were talking earlier on the stream about some of the videos that Ours Trains put out. Stephen Kofer, who just left, put out some good videos this weekend. We put out our video this weekend. The Georgeless video. That is the first. Well, actually, yeah, that's the first appearance of another hosts in GFW trains.
Yeah. Strange, man.
George,
I don't feel comfortable with this.
she's a lower priced help,
Yeah.
and she remembers her lines better, Tim. Well, cool. For everybody that's just coming in, thanks for joining us. Hope you enjoy yourself. We'll be on for probably another 50 minutes or so. We're going to have some train races coming up here a little bit later. George just got this cool lash up running right here. We got 2 Berkshires. George, why don't you tell what the Berkshires are?
So we got the nickel plate Burke 760 or 759. This is a Gen 3 Burke. So it's got like the Bluetooth features and everything. And then we have a Gen 1 Legacy Burke. This is a Chesapeake in Ohio 2696 Burke, Legacy Burke. And yeah.
George, not to give you any pressure, but D. Klinger says that you better win the races.
Okay. If it's Burke versus Burke, I call Express.
Well, we'll have to talk about that later, but it keeps coming off on that that switch, huh?
It's just the pilot.
Grumble, grumble. I hate when the trains aren't working right.
Yeah.
Let's see here. Cross Anchor Railroad says, yeah, I realize how hard it is to keep up with all these comments and much less watching and commenting. Caleb Irwin says, Kalen Irwin says they nicknamed the Amtrak freight train in that region the Janesville joke because nobody really wrote it and nobody really paid attention. Oh no, it was in Janesville, Wisconsin, huh? That's too bad. Nicholas Schnee says, oh, how about I do a Union Pacific 6759? Look it up.
Okay.
So and Angel Garcia says, George, dare me to weather a Mohawk? Ooh.
He just recently got his airbrush going. Can't find the culprit. I cannot find it. He recently got his airbrush going. He said he's gonna try and weather some of his Rail King stuff from his childhood.
Really?
Yeah.
That'd be kind of neat.
Mm-hmm.
Forgot about your squeaky wheel. For those of you who don't know, George does not like squeaky wheels on trains. It drives him nuts. So we went to like one of his train heroes' house the other day. When we were in St. Louis. His warehouse the other day when we were in St. Louis. What was his name, George? This is the part where you're supposed to fill it on.
His name is Kyle Fink.
Alright, so we went to Kyle's layout, and he had a couple of cars that were squeaky, and George, I could tell it was like in the back of George's mind. He's like, man, Kyle.
Oh, there's nobody else?
But he didn't say anything. Alright, so gotta catch up. Let's see here. Now it's not working, guys. So sorry, everybody. So Robert Susie said, liked your Metro video. Cool. We enjoyed making that. My daughter and I had a good time riding on the train out to Chicago. It was a neat trip. And for those of you that haven't seen it, yesterday we premiered a video for a train trip from the Aurora on the BNSF line here from Aurora to Chicago. And I took it with my daughter, and she took over GFW trains for a day. We made a video with her being the featured person. Go check it out. You got to do me that favor. Everybody do me that solid to go check out the video featuring my daughter because she was unsure about doing it. And I wanted to show her that people appreciate the video, appreciate her doing the video. I'm trying to really slowly, a little bit here, a little bit there, plant the seed to get her. Not necessarily, I get that she probably won't like trains, but at least like have a knowledge base and tolerate them and everything like that. So, good stuff. Cross Anchor Railroad says, does everyone know that Vanderbilt was original owner of the New York Central, and he was referred to as the Commodore, which is why they called it the Commodore Vanderbilt.
I did know that.
Very interesting. Trains and Things says, in 1999 to 2000, Lionel made some Korean engines, and that's why MTH sued Lionel. There's a little bit more to it than being made in Korea. The the company that Lionel subcontracted with to make those engines did a little bit of sneaky and got those engines, and when they were produced, they looked a little bit familiar.
You know, there's a rumor, or it's about the Big Boy. If you open up the Big Boy, the Allegheny, the Class A, Lionel Big Boy Allegheny Class A, it'll say MTH in the casket.
I don't know. I think that's a wife town. You know, but it's funny that you say that because on eBay right now there is a like a derelict Big Boy for sale.
Oh really?
Yeah.
Oh, is it the Neil Young one?
No.
Oh.
It's just like a derelict that doesn't have a paint job, and the guy's saying it's a prototype. I don't think it's a prototype, but I would buy that one just to like scratch that itch, man.
But I'm not right when Neil Young sold all his trains. The prototype Big Boy was on eBay for like $2,000 forever. Finally sold that one, and I think they had a prototype J.
Wow.
Actually, not J. T1. That's what it was. But yeah, that was really cool. Just seeing that. But it worked. It operated. But $2,000 is a lot of money.
Man, but this one it's $64 right now.
$64?
Oh, see now it's gonna be bid up. Everybody is.
Wait, like a casting?
But it doesn't work. It's well, you have to see it. It's like kind of junked. But I want to scratch that itch. I want to see if it's truly a spot in the.
I'm trying to save my.
But I think that it might not say, even if it doesn't say MTH, but it looks like there was a little spot where it could have been a mold marker that was just scratched off, but you can still see where that mold marker was.
Yeah.
See, Lionel guy 1776. I gotta catch up here. Oof. Says I own an MTH Hudson 464 steamer, yellow and silver paint scheme, one of my favorites in his collections. Cross anchored, likes your lash up, George.
Thank you.
Let's see here. RJ's Train says, let me know when you're out there, Wally. Speaking of Long Island, yeah, we definitely will. Would love to meet up with some of our friends out there in Long Island. You, Steve, that'd be a lot of fun. Upstate New York rail fan. Speaking of Long Island, actually, I guess that's Long Island being New York, but Upstate New York rail fan says, hello, good evening. Good to see you here. Good to see you here, everybody. All right, cool. Ours Train's like, so George, what do you like about the Long Island Railroad? George? Yeah. Oh, gosh. Let's see here. Ooh, that's something that's hitting it's not squeaking, it's hitting
Yeah, but that's something.
oh my gosh. Sorry guys, let's see here. Excuse the pause, everybody. I know there's a better way to do this, but I'm just not smart enough to figure out how to do it. Upstate Rail Fan wants to know what's running on the layout today. George, why don't you come over here and... So we got a couple of neat ones going right now. We got a Berkshire Lash Up, Upstate New York Rail Fans.
So currently we got the 844 going on the outside track with the excursion train, and then we got the Berkshire Lash Up on the inside with the really long freight train, which is bugging me right now. But yeah, that's what we got going on.
What's behind that 844, George?
The 4441 SD70 presidential.
Right. And George, Humanity Junction, just stopping in. Oh, by the way, he put out some good videos this weekend. Check out his channel. Humanity says.
Fingers. I got yelled at this weekend for that on the 4th of July.
Who yelled at you?
You?
Oh, yeah. That's right. Why did I yell at you?
Kind of like grabbed the GG, or Sammy's new GG1 in the wrong spot.
If there's one train that fingers are big on, it's the GG1, because those stripes, you think about them wrong, those stripes will fade away. So, yep, George got yelled at for fingers.
Yeah, but even on the modern ones, you think that would be the same?
I have no idea, George. I do not know. So Sean's Trains, if you come to Strasbourg and you want to run some trains, they have 2 layouts with some nice trains. Very cool. Very cool. We'll let everybody know if we ever head out that way. We're gonna hit York hopefully soon, and want to get out there and yeah. So Austin and Block Production says, have you heard that the UP 1995 is in storage?
Have not.
What's the 1995, George? Do you know?
That's the one of the heritage units. I think it's the Rio Grande one. Might be the SP one.
Oh, okay. I thought, yeah. Cross Anchor Railroad says we have the CNO 96 or 2696. Did you get the whole Empire Builder set? Nope. Nope. Just the
engine.
Just the engine on that one. Let's hear your Manatee Junction says at Cross Anchor Railroad. It has a really good layout and a good channel. Go sub if you haven't already for sure. Yeah, I love his layout. First, I love his YouTube channel. It's pretty cool. He's in,
Who is this?
we're talking about Cross Anchor Railroad.
Oh, yeah.
Cross Anchor. And I wish I could get you out here and help me with some of the bench work on my layout. I love the bench work, and I love the way that you've got your track work set up there. So, like I said, we've got some really, really cool YouTubers on our channel. Support them. We've got everybody who's on here is got some really, really neat stuff, some really neat things. Humanity's got some Humanity Junction. Love the way he produces his videos and his subject matter. Cross Anchor Railroads, you're not going to find somebody who's more passionate about the things that he's got on his layout. Got other guys. We've got some young gun guys that ours trains. We've got RJ's trains. Just guys with some love of the hobby. D. Klinger. If I'm missing you guys, I apologize. LGL Rail Yard's got some stuff. So let's support each other. It's neat. One of the things that's a positive out of the stay at home is our community got a little closer together. And we've got kind of a neat little corner of our community right here that gets together here and view each other's YouTube channels. In our little corner of the community, we need to support each other. We need to support our hobbies. It's on a live stream with RJ's trains, and one of the things that those guys pointed out too, it's really important, is if you like it's a really tough time right now for your local hobby shop. And if you like your local hobby shop, make sure you get out there and
buy something.
Spend some money to keep those guys in business. So yeah. All right, so
D. Cleaner said Brian said Kyle needs M1. He has an M1. He's got the legacy one. It's weathered too. But yeah. And
let's see here. Cross it. So I'm not sure what humanity is talking here, but I'd like to know. It says Cross Anchor Railroads is not lost, it's transformed, and that it was transformed to a lost. But that's so I'm all right. So Matthew is bringing up a good point. Says, when are we going to start train racing?
Soon. In fact, I can start taking stuff off if you want.
All right, let's do it, George.
Let me just
Caleb Irwin says, I was watching your video yesterday. Your daughter was great. Thanks, Caleb. We're hoping to get some more views on that one. She was kind of hesitant to do it. I talked her into it, so it's good. Thank you for saying that. I'll make sure that she knows that some people really like her enthusiasm with trains. As a father, all I'm trying to do is to at least get her so it's not trains. Ew. Yeah, but she does. She smiles. She hangs out. In fact, I may have her come down here and make a guest appearance to push that video. So let's see here. Gosh, I've lost the stream or the conversation on a couple of these. I'm trying to. Cross Anchor Railroad says Humanity Junction. LOL. Well, I definitely got mine. Humanity says, oh, so you're a lawyer? I did not realize. That's how you can afford to keep spending on the MRR. And Humanity says, oh no, it's the owner's daughter that's becoming a lawyer. I see. Okay. So RJ is saying, what are you guys hoping for in the new line out catalog? That's a good one.
I don't know. Trains?
Yeah. How about you? How about what's everybody else thinking in there? So George, you gonna take the trains off the track?
Yes, sir.
All right. Oh my gosh. My computer's going nuts here, everybody. Pretty soon we're just gonna shut her down. I apologize on the stream here. We're just gonna do some train races. I think that's what we need to do. Sparky 1071 and the 7's in the house. Good to see ya. Thanks for coming by. Joining us in the stream. Right. You know what? Let's see here. I apologize, everybody. We're going to get to doing some of this train racing here. George is going to be crying. It's going to be great. If I miss your things, I've just lost control of this today here. So, so Old Gauge and N Scale Railroad says Wally and George plan to visit Chicagoland anytime soon for sure. Want to hit that Chicagoland Hobbies? We like Chicagoland Hobbies. It's a great hobby shop right here in Chicago. D. Klinger says, George, if that bird keeps derailing, just put the switch straight and it won't have to go through the switch for sure.
Yeah, but then the bird doesn't like the area over there by the yard.
Right. And Sparky 107 is just on here, and Cross Anchor's bringing up a good point that he has a 3-part series on how to grow your YouTube channel, which I truly think is a real good, cool, real neat thing for the hobby. And go check that out. We used to have that in the link below. We got the podcast in the link below. But Sparky 107 is another one of those, and he's got a neat idea on growing the hobby. I didn't know this, George. Robert Searcy says the Long Island Railroad is the oldest railroad in the U.S. operating under its original charter.
I thought it was bought out by the Penn Central. Oh no, this is New Haven.
Okay. Let's see here. Angel says, okay, I'm about to make the Mohawk look like a third rail engine. So for those of you who don't know, Angel just got a new Mohawk. And he's been talking about weathering that. Oh man, I still can't.
Angel's an amazing modeler, man.
He is an amazing modeler. I have to give you that. Angel, you should do a YouTube video or two on modeling your trains out there. Let's see here. Cross Anchor says, GFW trains when you're looking at doing bench work, give me a window. I'm sure we can figure something out. We'll have to do that. Hey, do you know who's here, George? Good to see you. Jerry Satterley's here.
Hey, how's it going?
Cool. Austin and Black Production says, all right, I'm so behind on some of these conversations. It's I'm having a hard time, and my computer's jumping around on me. Team Strain says, how are the Burks running with each other, George?
They're running really well. It's just they jump off every once in a while. But yeah, I mean, those two probably run the best with each other out of any other engine we have. Probably if I find another coupler, we'll probably have to triple head them with the Polar Express.
Upstate Railfan Production says, super excited getting a car mount antenna for your scanner. It's going to be a range extension for his rail fanning trips. Well, that's really cool.
Nice.
That's really cool. RJ says that he wants to buy a Long Island Railroad steamer, George.
Well, that'd be cool. I'm not sure if Lionel's ever made any of it. I'm going to have to go to NTH for that.
So, Godot 15 Dodowich says, George here, building a spur for my New York Central, modeled after the Red Hook, New Jersey. Freight moved near Ocean Terminal, part of the Canard history, which turned 180 years old yesterday. Very cool. We're going to have part of our, when we finally get the layout all modeled up here, we're going to have New Jersey as featured as part of our train layout. Maybe something even similar to what you've got over there. Um, um, how is getting the trains taken off, George? Let's just get these taken off. Let's get some train racing going here. All right, we got some neat trains on tap for today. We have got, let's see here, some post-war action. We got some motorized unit action. This is going to be good, George. What do you think?
It's gonna be good.
All right, everybody. We are going dark on the previous chat post that we had. I kind of got lost there, and my computer's acting up. So we're switching gears here. We're getting back on to train racing. Who here wants to see some train racing? Who here wants to see some train racing? I want to make my son cry. So we've got a couple features here. Let me go through some of these train races. George, you get the first draft pick. You get to choose. The first race that we're going to have is the race of the 44-tonners. Post-war 44-tonners, two of the favorites in this era. Ladies and gentlemen, we have, for the West Coast fans out there, the 44-tonner, the 628, the black, the yellow. You may know her as Speedy. We know her as this Northern Pacific 628 in this corner. George gets to draft first in this race.
I know what I'm going to draft already.
And for you East Coast fans, this is the East Coast, West Coast. Wearing red, wearing black, in one of the nicest paint schemes of the 44-tonner switchers, or the 44-ton series, is all the way from the Lehigh Valley Railroad, the 628. Dun, 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 dun. That's our first match right there. George gets the first draft on that one.
Since a lot of my friends are from the East Coast that like trains, I'm going to go with the Lehigh Valley.
I don't know. This just kind of fell down.
I'm glad I picked the Lehigh Valley. Yeah.
Got the Northern Pacific, and whatever it is, that's hopefully it runs. All right, that's our first race. Our second race is a battle for all of you people from north of the border. We have your representation coming in for this race. Bum, 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 bum. Ooh, look it. We've got a lot of people liking East. We got a lot of East Coast love, George. A lot of East Coast love. Let's see here. D. Klinger says your pride is on the line, George. You better win. So, George has got Lehigh Valley. I have got Northern Pacific. In the second race, straight out of Canada, we have got the Canadian Pacific Snowplow. Boom, 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 boom. Oh, right there. Du, 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 du. I'm choosing the Canadian Pacific. Canadian Pacific Snowplow, I choose you.
Oh, no, stop it.
Oh, yes, George likes that. Canadian Pacific Snowplow, I choose you. And versus the Canadian Pacific Snowplow is... Dun, 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 dun. Ooh, this one's a newer version. This one is the MPC versus Modern Era. So this is the MPC. This is Modern Era right here. We got a little train race unboxing. Whoa!
Oh yeah, that's my
Bum, 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 bum. We have
oh man, I never realized how heavy the sound car was.
the Holiday Railroad Snowplow. All right. I choose the Canadian Pacific with a second draft pick. George gets his holiday.
Nice. I would have picked the holiday one just because it's mine.
Because you're not so smart, that's why.
Really?
Yep. And then last but not least, well, actually, we might do some more. But at least of this first draft. I might need to get that Rat Rod Thomas going, George.
Oh boy. Against what? The Golden Arrow? Actually, that's retired.
Man, everybody's going East Coast, George. East Coast. Are we doing Christmas? Or are we doing Canada? What are we talking to? Who's voting Canadian Pacific? Who do we got here for Canadian Pacific? Canadian Pacific. Ooh, that's a nice whistle there. Who do we got for Christmas? If you don't go for Christmas, you probably aren't going to get any Christmas presents.
Dang.
All right. And then let's see. Here's another one that we got.
Oh.
Another race. What you doing? Oh, you're running it off the track. All right. George is still staging up the train races here, so I'm taking out all of the competitors. This is the ones that we've got right on tap. George, you have to choose the big engine. Oh, you know what we're going to have?
What?
We're going to have the Santa Fe Y3 versus the Pennsylvania Y3.
Ooh. All right. Wait. Can I pick?
That's my draft pick. All right. So in this third race, we are going to have the Santa Fe Burrow Crane. Ooh, we got Canadian Pacific. People liking that Canadian Pacific. Looks like Thomas versus Big Boy. Okay, we got a CP. CP. A lot of love for the CP, George. A lot of love for the CP. Nice.
Dang. So you guys aren't getting any Christmas presents?
Yeah. So then the third race, we got the Burrow Crane. Hey, don't touch my crap, man. Touch my trains. All right. So George, here, why don't you take this out? Man, these are fast trains here. That one right there, George.
But we have them in opposite boxes.
Do we?
Yeah.
So for those of you who didn't see it, we got the Santa Fe Burrow Crane here in one corner. This is George's draft pick here. Ooh, look at that. Do we race Big Boy versus Cab Ford? Ooh, that's a good one. Maybe that's a future episode, George.
Yeah. Future.
All right.
Oh, yeah. Here. I'll go get the one.
So did you show everybody the Burrow Crane?
Here it is. Pretty cool.
Which one you drafting, George?
I'm going with the Lionel Lines one.
Dang, going to old school yellow, huh?
Yeah.
Versus Santa Fe. Well, that's fine, because in my final draft pick, I am drafting Santa Fe.
Oh,
This is another Santa Fe Y3. Boom. Santa Fe. This is my the final race here. We got the Y3 race. Got the Santa Fe on my team. Who you drafting, George?
I get the Pennsy one.
Why don't you show everybody?
Hold on, just grab it.
Oh, man. Poor George gonna lose.
Here's the Santa Fe or the Pennsylvania Y3.
Oh, George is gonna lose. Got the Y3 race. All right. So without any further ado, ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, it's time to race. What do we got here? What do we got here, folks? Who's going with the... All right. Actually, here's what we're going to do. We've got all of the competitors now. You guys know the competitors on the racetrack. So the first race we're going to have is the Battle of the 44-ton switchers. George, why don't we take this one off? Take this one off. This one. Let's see. I'm not even sure.
NPC, snow clouds, do they have problems with the struts as well?
I don't know. Probably.
They look, compared to the modern ones, they look pretty weak.
So the modern ones got some strong struts.
Well, look at it. It's got some thick struts.
Oh yeah, those are thick.
I mean, they are pretty flimsy still, but compared to those.
All right, George. Are we gonna do one race without oil and one race with oil?
Ooh, I think we should oil them up.
All right, ladies and gentlemen, in our first. Oh my gosh. Everyone's going with Pennsylvania. Are you kidding me? All right, so Jerry says Pennsylvania. Cross Anchor says Pennsylvania. Austin and Block says Georgie better win or else. Timmy Ben says Pennsylvania. And not getting much Santa Fe love around here, George. All right, well, let's get back to where we're at. The action here, everybody. Let's get back to the action. I apologize. Let me see if I can get real quick. This may not work real well, but if I can do this quickly, I'll do this. So, let's see, everybody. I can't.
There we go. We're back. Dang. All right. We are back.
All right, George, tell me about the scene on the.
All right. So.
No, like how.
Okay. That is pretty good right there. Actually, it's really good. Boom.
If we get it higher, is it going to get better? Like that. Help me out here, buddy.
Boom, right there. That works. Just leave it. It's good.
All right. I think we got it.
Don't touch anything. Oh boy. All right.
What do we think, everybody? Sorry about this. Hang with us. Look at this. Now we got the front stretch, the back stretch view. I think we're good to go.
So, we taking.
We lost a bunch of viewers there, but for those that wait, go the spoil.
That's right. Yes. You get, games, right?
All right. Here we go. Fast Friday. Hold on. Take one loop around. Here they go, ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls. This is our practice lap.
Good thing it was your practice lap.
George had me running off the track there. Right on to, you guys can't see it, but over there. Yeah, right there we got the Polar Express. Was doing a head shot right into the Polar Express. All right. Coffee, go.
There we go.
All right, ladies and gentlemen, we got East Coast versus West Coast here. Georgia's pride is on the line. Northern Pacific versus Lehigh Valley.
All right, so what's the finish line? The crossover?
All right, the finish line is going to be, it's got to be something that they can see.
On the switch there?
Let's see, it's going to be right here. You can see this is going to be the switch for the finish line right here.
Boom.
All right, everybody weighing in. Place your bets. Place your bets. Who do we got here? Who do we got, everybody? Lehigh Valley versus Northern Pacific. Doesn't run very good that way, huh?
Nope.
All right. Who we got? I got Northern Pacific versus Lehigh Valley.
Alrighty. Looks like we got a lot of lead time there.
3-color signal at the start line. We should do that. Yeah, Sparky 107. That one going to one way. It sounds like it's grinding coffee in there. Got some coffee grinder. Man, a lot of Lehigh Valley love. All right. Take 3 pounds of coffee if we're grinding. All right. Well, you haven't heard nothing yet. Wait till you hear those snow plows. All right. I get a thumbs up. We'll start the race. Pacific love, George. Get a thumbs up. We got lots of Lehigh Valley. Probably because of, but let me tell you this, right? What my engine may lack is in the train driver. 2 laps, folks. 2 laps.
Right.
We're gonna have a engineer.
Yeah.
2-lap race. All right, we got a thumbs up. Georgie, are you ready?
Yeah.
I'm ready.
Oh,
Papa,
nice.
are you ready? Yeah. All right. Racers, on your marks. Get set. Go. Go.
Close wins. Ladies and gentlemen, the Northern Pacific is your winner and champion.
What are we doing
In the
next?
first race.
We doing the plows?
Second race is snowplow. This one we have got the pride of the Canadian Pacific versus the pride of the holidays. George, nice. So for those of you who don't know, this Canadian Pacific was one of my childhood engines. This is one that I had gotten when I was a little boy. I ran this one a lot. I loved this one. I loved Canadian Pacific was one of my favorite trains to model. All right. Here we go. We're going to take one practice lap so you guys can see.
All right.
Practice lap. Oh, I'm getting some CP love over here. Listen to that. Making some coffee in the Canadian Pacific. This is not going to be a good one. Oh! All right. I need to. I'm pulling a quick lube here. I know this is against the rules, but that wasn't even close.
I could give you a head start.
That one wasn't even close.
Oh boy.
What's wrong, George?
Should we do versus make it fair?
That might be a good one. Hey,
I gotta lubricate it though.
I got an idea on this one. George, can you run that one around the track real quick?
Oh boy, you know.
All right. Race. The one lap race. Canadian Pacific. Chris, who's going to win? Place if you haven't already. Smash that button. Smash that like button. Who's going to win? Pacific Christmas special.
Dang. Oh boy. This is gonna be
What do we think? I know the audio is cutting out. Maybe this will do it. How's that for everybody? Think we were getting audio from the camera as opposed to the audio. How's that?
George is gonna win. I'm gonna put that audio right back off.
No echo now. Whoa.
We got an echo.
All right, I know how I can fix that. I know how I can fix that though. How's that? No echo? All right. Here's what it is, folks.
It is what it is. Alrighty. You good?
All right, good. I think we got it now. Hey, Stevens87 PASAF. Thanks for coming in and joining the stream. Very good, very good. No echo, all's good. Sparky, you going for that CP snowplow? Didn't have a real good showing on the practice lap. All right, ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, I have to gain my honor back here. So, we have got Georgie's engine versus my engine in a one-lap race. Tim's train's voting for Wally. That'll boy. If we get a thumbs up on the stream, we'll start the race. Give us a thumbs up on the stream. Man, my pride is on the line. And I have got a lame horse in this race. But I'm excited about the next race. It's going to be another father versus son special.
Oh, wait a minute.
I was just... All right. We got a thumbs up. Thumbs up. And people want 2 laps. All right, so it's going to be a 2-lap race. Ooh, we've gone pixelated real quick. Well, I think we're back, though. Ready?
Alrighty. New marks. Yeah, we're good. Alright, just hit it. Alright, ready? New marks. Get set. Go!
Man! Not even close. Mountaineer smokes the post war. Or the NPC era. Not even close. Bam! Even with the grease. No joy for the Canadian Pacific. No joy. All right. George busted out with his Minneapolis St. Louis. Show that one to everybody. That ain't nothing. That train ain't nothing. Because I'm about ready to bust
I'm gonna
up.
lubricate it real quick because I haven't. But I don't want it to break.
All right. It's break. It's like made in the 50s.
Yeah, but this hasn't been lubricated in like 20 years.
All right. We're going to get a little pit stop lubrication in here.
You can lubricate yours if you want.
We'll bring the lubrication over. So George has... we're pixelated still. Been having all kinds of errors going on here. Oh, gosh, I love this, George. You got the best look.
Yeah. What
Yep.
do I look like right now?
I wasn't expecting to do the twin screens on here. That's why I'm having problems with the audio, having problems with the video on the twin screen. Why don't you stick the thing in there a little bit more? All right. So George has got his Minneapolis St. Louis mine transport. And I am busting out with, still with the price tag on it. If anybody wants to buy it, apparently it was for, oh, I got ripped off on this one. Dang. 2 broken struts.
Wait, really? Dang.
It says one was broken and one was repaired. I don't think so.
Where'd you get that? You find it?
Yep. Boom, 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 boom. Rio Grande snowplow versus the Mind.
One broken, one repaired. 2 broken struts on this one. Here we go. Got the...
And that is like a rat rod snowplow.
Yes, it is. No switch on the, or no coupler on the back.
Does it have the? Oh, it's got a E unit.
It does. It does. Oh, let me throw some lube in here. All right, who's voting for Minneapolis, St. Louis? Who's voting for Rio Grande?
Do you remember getting that engine?
Yep.
Where'd you get it? TCH, right?
Yep.
TCM.
Yep.
Wow. Do you remember who you got it from or no?
I sure do. I sure do. All right, let me. Did you take yours around one?
No.
Practice round. All right, Rio Grande. Rio Grande versus Minneapolis, St. Louis, folks. What do we think? What do we think? George has been doing great. Come on, what's up with this? Going to pixelization. Central here. All right. Let me just try one more thing. Oh, all right. Think we're good. Think we're good, folks, in this race.
Man, that sucks.
It was broken.
Oh,
Yep. All right. You see that thing? It's not going to be good, folks. I don't think it's... Let's make a fair race. Rio Grande snowplow versus Canadian Pacific snowplow. Grab the Canadian Pacific.
Oh boy.
All right, change of plans here, everyone. We have George going to the Canadian Pacific snowplow. All right, bring it back. All right, place your bets, everybody. Rio Grande or Canadian Pacific? We got one vote for Canadian Pacific. Let's see here. Oh, remember what I said. Never mind, I thought George's dad was Canadian Pacific. I got Rio Grande, George got Canadian Pacific. Canadian Pacific. Uh-oh, everyone's weighing in with the Canadian Pacific.
Dang.
All right, looks like the crowd is going with the Canadian Pacific, folks. The crowd is going with the Canadian Pacific. All right, give me a thumbs up and we'll start the race. All right, I got a Rio Grande from Matthew. Way to keep the faith.
Dang.
Give us a thumbs up, ladies and gentlemen. We got another CP from Sean's Trains. All right, let's run the race. Racers, are you ready? Yes.
Yes.
On your marks. Get set. Go! Oh, look at this, folks. Come on, Rio Grande! Come on, Rio Grande! Listen to those coffee grinders go! You what? No, that's it. I don't know if that Rio Grande can make it around one lap. And the Rio Grande comes. I am having a rough go of it.
Oh dang! It's got smoke coming from it.
What?
Look, like if you put it up against the TV. See it?
Wow, that's not even prototypical, George. All right, next race.
Oh yeah, it's burning.
All right. Ooh, smell it. You can smell it. All right, the second to last race, we've got the Burrow Cranes, the Lionel Line Burrow Crane versus the Santa Fe Burrow Crane. I've been striking out today. I'm not doing so good. Marky 107 says smoke is good, running fast or not. Cross Anchor saying that it's the curse of choosing against the Pennsylvania Railroad. All right, Santa Fe versus Lionel Lines in the Burrow Crane match. You got to move this back a little bit so people can see it coming off the. Let's see here.
Is there a problem that mine's just rolling?
Yes. Oh man, I don't remember how to do this on these Burrow Cranes. We might have to do the Burrow Crane race later. I know it's something with the. Oh, here it is.
Oh, they're back.
There we go.
Wait.
All right.
Oh wait. Yes.
Well, I gotta do mine too. All right, what do you think, everybody? Lionel Lines? Thank you, Upstate New York Rail fan, giving some love to me. Caleb giving some support. Everybody's not wondering about smoke unit on that last one. This one good? No. Got George's working. All right. Still not working.
Right now.
Maybe that Rio Grande wore this thing out. Ooh.
You can talk.
Humanity Junction says, I learned today that Lionel bought the train line from General Mills, the cereal company. Is that true? I mean, it was on the internet, so it must be. But I had no idea. Yeah, that's fine. That's news to me. I've never.
It is. So, MPC, Model Product Corporation, was owned by General Mills.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Dang.
Nice!
Oh, boy.
Prepare to go down, George. Starting back here.
All right, ready?
All right, who we going? Who we going?
I'm going to move your crane up, okay?
Oh, what?
Just because I don't want the hook hooking on it.
All right, ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, let's go. Give us a thumbs up and we'll run this race. Give us a thumbs up. Give us a thumbs up. Santa Fe, nice. Getting some Santa Fe love. All right. Racers, you ready?
Yeah.
On your marks. Get set. Go. No.
Yeah, but the challenge is getting to the station because they can hook on to anything.
Ooh, this isn't going to work in the station. I didn't even think about the station.
Oh, no. Oh, they made it through.
Made it through fine, but George is slowing down. Santa Fe is speeding up. Two laps.
Oh, what?
Ah! No! Oh! Man, I'm 0 for 3 tonight, but that's all right because that brings us to our main event. Main event, the Battle of the Y3s. Who's going to win, Santa Fe or Pennsylvania? Santa Fe or Pennsylvania, folks? Santa Fe. Yeah, that other camera, we couldn't get the first camera going real good. So the other camera is, it's not my primary, but it is what it is. Ladies and gentlemen, in the battle of the literal heavyweights.
This is like,
Get started there.
where am I at 20?
It's on 17, right? Or 95.
17.
Look at this. All right, all you PRR fans. Look at that. We got some Santa Fe people with. There's the Santa Fe whistle. Where's that PRR whistle, George? everybody, last race of the evening. Battle of the Y3s. Santa Fe versus Pennsylvania. Looks like it's even. I thought there would be a landslide for that Pennsylvania, George.
Yeah, me too. Yeah, that's true. Everybody's talking about Tennessee, but yeah. Oh boy, this is gonna be interesting.
All right. Who even got to boo Santa Fe? All right.
Hey, you're going the wrong direction.
Dead dog. All right, Jerry, which one sounds like the dead dog? That's your Pennsylvania. That's your Santa Fe. That's your wet whistles right there. All right. Ooh, we're pixelated. We got to wait till we're not pixelated, and we'll start the race. Cross Anchor says he's got the same marker light out on his. That one comes on and off. I don't know what the deal is with that one. All right. Wait till the pixelization is done. Oh, man. Let's try this.
It's good now. It's good now.
Boom. All right, everybody. Give us a thumbs up if you're ready to go. Jerry, I don't like your lack of faith. I find it disturbing. All right, racers ready. On your marks. Get set. Go. Oh, yeah! Look at this, folks!
I forgot this one.
George is saying that the Y3 can't run on his track. I'm going to score that one for Dad. Did it break anything? Did it break the switch motor? Alright, good. Let's switch tracks. Alright, we're switching tracks. Call that one for the last race of the night just because I don't want to spend any money on therapy bills for my son because he's going to be crying because he lost that race. I'm going to give him another crack at this. We all know that Santa Fe is a superior engine here. There we go. While George is working on that, I'm going to try one. No, I'm not even going to try that. Man. How's everybody doing? How's everyone doing? All right. I don't think it's sabotage. I think it's Santa Fe all the way. Santa Fe all the way. Coming right at you. Nice.
Here, do you want to try the down here?
All right, we're gonna try the. I don't remember where I put the darn.
It's behind the Quincy record.
All right, we're good to go. Wait, fingers for me? Ah. So, Tim says you just lowered the voltage on my track, huh?
12.
All right. All right, ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls. Let's do this. Last race of the night. Give us a thumbs up. All right, got a thumbs up. On your marks. Get set. Go.
No, Lions! Hey!
Go. No! Oh, I thought I had a win. I thought I had a win. I thought I had been a contender. Well, hey, everybody. On that note, it was great to spend time with you this evening. Enjoy the rest of your weekend. Have a great week. We'll catch up with you on Tuesday. Take a look out. We're going to be live from White Creek. Hopefully, we'll have a good stream out there with good internet. Otherwise, we won't be able to do it. But that's what the plan is. We'll be out there at White Creek live streaming from 7.5 gauge, third largest 7.5 gauge railroad in the country.
Live streaming on the tracks.
Yeah, so good time.
Maybe we can do some like rail fanning too.
Sure,
Like,
I think
like
7.5 gauge rail fanning. I think that would be good. That would be good. So check it out. I think we're gonna be doing a lot of train stuff out there, so it should be lots of fun for us. So thanks for tuning in. Make sure we support each other in the hobby. Appreciate you being here. We'll see you around the roundhouse.
We'll sit you on the way out. Adios, everybody.
Have a great rest of your weekend.